Andy, what's your initial thoughts after that really well-battled draw?
Initial thoughts are, it's a point on the board. Performance levels I thought were really good. Knew it'd be tough against Brackley. They've had some good results, got a lot of good players, got momentum from last season. But then at the end, I think it's 2 drops. But equally, I've been in them situations where it can then bite you on the backside and they nick one late on and you get nothing. So I'll take it with the performance. Like I say, I'm disappointed we didn't get 3 points. But overall, quite pleased with the performance.
Okay, good. And looking back to Gateshead, there's obviously a number of changes in the starting 11 today from the squad that faced Gateshead. How do you think that affected the game overall?
I think this time of the year, when you get 2 games so quick, you have to freshen it up. We had a couple that had got knocks anyway. We've got a couple that had done a lot of minutes and a lot of mileage. So I think the changes freshened it up. I think, I thought we're a different animal, I think, at home anyway. We have to find a way to play similar away than what we do at home, the same sort of way. But I think the changes were justified. I think it went, I keep saying I've got a group of players that are all capable of playing at this level, which is what I want. And it's not, the way we play, it's not easy for you to play week in, week out, 90 minutes, because the intensity I want for us to be successful wouldn't be manageable. So, yeah, I think we made a few changes. I think that worked. I think, say, general performance was good. If I'm being really critical, I think it's a game. Obviously, decisions didn't particularly go our way. We didn't get what I think justice in certain occasions, but we still had enough opportunities to have won the game.
Absolutely. And you kind of alluded it into my first question. Do you feel like today's game is more like 3 points lost than 1 point gained?
2 points lost. We get a point. Like you said, we want to be hard to beat at home, etc. But we have to respect these. They've just beat Rochdale, so we're top of the league. So no game's easy. After our trip at the weekend, so we're dealing with a group of players who don't get a lot of time in between. Teams were moaning at the weekend about having to travel on a Sunday, etc. Whereas we just go to work and come and play football, basically. So it was always going to be tough. They go into it with a lot of spirits high because they've had a good result. So it was always going to be a tough game. If you'd have said this morning we're going to draw 1-1, but you're going to perform well, I'd have probably said, yeah, I'd almost take that, because we're not going to win every game at home. Not a chance. But I want us to be competitive, and I think everyone who came today saw the lads were putting the right shift in and working hard for me, their teammates and the club. And I think that's all you ask for. I think another day something drops for you, or we take a chance and we win the game.
Yeah, as you mentioned there was quite a few chances in the game we could have potentially taken to win it. Are you overall happy with the performance from the boys?
Yeah, couldn't fault the boys. Disappointed with their goal because it came for a long way out and it broke. But was there a foul before? Based on some of the decisions, I think it probably was. But yeah, we have to react to that. And I know Morgan really well. Morgan's played for me at Risdon Diamond, so I know he's got a goal in the locker. But again, I think things happened before that could have been prevented. But even after that, teams are going to score against you. We still had enough opportunities and enough balls in their box to nick it.
Absolutely. Lovely. That's all from us.